If you get a camper, eventually sometime you're gonna have an issue with the floor. I got this Mini in 2017 and I lived in it for about 2 years straight. I'm still in it. It was only about a year and a half, maybe less in, that I started to have some issues with the floor. You could feel the subfloor start to give, and then the wood would crack and then the linoleum crack. I had to go in and remove all of the linoleum by cutting around everything and just ripping it all out. And that exposed the area that needed to be fixed. While I was looking at it, I realized that I would have to make a whole frame structure. The big problem that I had was the high traffic areas gave very bad. And you can see here, the styrofoam is the only thing underneath this wood holding it up. So most camper floors are constructed pretty similar. You have a plywood followed by about 2 inches of styrofoam, and then there's another layer of plywood that's marine treated, I believe, and that's in the bottom of your trailer. Not all of the floor was damaged. There were some parts of the floor that had a lot of integrity left to it, and I didn't want to mess with them. So what I did was cut patches out of the floor where the high traffic areas are and decided to reinforce it with a frame. Because the wood is not thick, you don't want to go in there with a circular saw unless you know the depth. I chose to use this multi-tool, this oscillating multi-tool. I went around here being careful to not go too deep because I didn't know, how far down I could cut, and I exposed the layer of styrofoam. So my idea was to run the 2x4 around the edges of this cut plywood because the integrity of the wood is really strong. After I got the piece of plywood exposed, I went and I drew some lines of where I want to cut. After I got the line cut, and I cut a few of them, down the middle and to the side, just to make the work a little bit easier. I kind of go down through and make sure that it went all the way down. It really doesn't. So after I did all that, I come in here with the spatula, and we're trying to break it out as cleanly as possible. Good luck. And they should come out like so. And they'll kind of come out like this. It's going to be a big mess. You got your channel cleared out. You're going to want to go into remove the styrofoam that's in here. And you want to do it about more than the width of this tape is right here. Because you want to be able to stick your wood underneath and have it overlap. I'm going to take this and just scrape until I get it to wherever I want it. It's going to make a big mess, but that's what I'm going to do. Here's the destruction. I got all of those channels bored out. I got a lip under here where the 2x4 is going to go. Okay, got a lot of cleanup now. If it was only that easy. Okay, so I'm going to cut my first piece of 2x4, and I am going to do it on this back line. And I'm going to make sure that I leave extra for the lip. I got 2 of these pieces in so far. And I'm still chipping away at it. It's still a lot harder than it looks. I love the way that smells. If it makes me a weirdo, whatever. solder's done. I got the panel back on and everything's bolted up and it's pretty sturdy. It is pretty creaky though. I might get an underlaminate and use it as a barrier between the 2x4 and the plywood to kind of eliminate some of that squeaking and creaking that I'm getting out of it. But I have a floor now. Hey, thank you for watching, and hopefully you can get something out of this video if you're having a similar issue with your camper. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see some more content in the future, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.